Hi everyone, welcome to my video on spiritual suffering for light workers or anyone that's going through a hard time at the moment or slash dark night of the soul. Aren't they horrible? Um, so I just know with like the current energies, or this video is timeless, so anytime you're watching it, that people are struggling. Like obviously we've always been struggling probably our whole lives. That's a sign of a light worker, but it's kind of I wanted to do this video just so people don't feel so alone with it, because I know at times like I do as well. And that's usually a sign of a light worker, is that you take on everything by yourself, and we're kind of isolated in a way because it forces us to go within. And look, I'll say it outright, it sucks, right? If you're, depending how further involved you're in your spiritual path, like you know that we signed up for this before we came here. I found that I heard that at the right time for me in my life, because if I heard that before the first couple of spiritual awakenings, it would have made me ragey. Like, I didn't sign up for this. But when I heard it when I did, and I can't remember, it might have been a few years ago, it's like, you know what, it makes sense now, considering how I feel, and all light workers want to heal people or rescue people, or your health workers or nurses and doctors and, carers and people like this doing videos trying to help people, and readers, and it doesn't matter, you could be a mortgage broker, you could be, you have your healing light, whatever it is, you're trying to help people, whatever your career is, right? You want the best for people, and usually that leaves us feeling burnt out and alone, and then we have to learn boundaries, right? And learn how to protect our energy, and then you feel so disconnected. I hope you can hear me, I'll bring this closer, sorry. And then you feel so disconnected, from your life, because you're like, okay, so I've always felt this compulsion to help people heal, but now I have to retrieve my energy and I have to focus on me, and it just that struggle is super hard. One of the reasons why I wrote my book Soul Shines, the link will be below, so check that out. That's kind of like give you a quick guide and overview on how to work your boundaries and get your energy back for you. But it's such a shock to the system. I know it was for me, just to go, okay, now I have to focus on me, and I felt guilty and I felt horrible, and my ego fought with it. And it was just because I didn't feel good enough, right? I didn't know how to feel good enough, and I had to learn how to do that and build myself up again, you know. And that's kind of like how light workers and spiritual people, that's kind of how it happens, unfortunately. The only way we can learn how to help other people is to go through this trauma ourselves, and to develop that level of empathy, which we have and we do so well. And sometimes it can be rare and far few in between who we meet that's similar to us, right? Who has that empathy, and then we end up feeling so alone, and then we're like, well, I might as well just sit here by myself doing my own thing, because no one understands me. And how lucky are we to have YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that to connect to that people? But there's still that disconnect, right? In society, we're still humans, and we need to touch and talk to people, feel people's energy up close. So it's a really, really hard, draining journey to be on. I don't know if it comforts you to know that you signed up for it or not. It gives you back your power, I feel like, that statement. It's not a punishing one. It's just, you've got choices, and you've got choices now, as to what you want to do with your life and who you want to help. And first of all, you need to help yourself. And so grab a copy of my Soul Shine book, because that will help you with that. What else did I wanted to say? Oh, okay. So yeah. So what helped me, I'll just share a bit about what helped me on my journey, was attending meetups in my area, and going to groups to see what kind of people I vibe with, and very rare and few far in between, as we have such a different, I guess, blueprint, soul print, to a lot of other people. The light workers are the ones that are, further evolved, and also like you might have this longing of, I want to go home, even though you don't know where home is. It's because we remember how amazing and beautiful it was up there. But we came here for a reason. We came here to help humanity. So I want this video just to be like a little boost, a little reminder to kind of be a bit of a pick you up and make you not feel so alone. So the things that helped me were, meetups. This has helped me actually, doing videos. That's helped me get my message out there to the world, which is a scary thing, and it was for me, but it was an uncomfortable push I needed. And this will lead on to other things in that area, right? So it's like just take little steps as you're guided. Meditation helps. I'm not very good at it, not gonna lie. I know I need to do it more. I keep being told by my guides that my higher self needs to talk to me and help me. And the sooner I focus on doing that more than focusing on avoiding it, the sooner I'll get the messages that I need. So I think that's a big lesson for all of us, right? We're just like, can't get into that headspace. But you actually don't really need to do anything except just kind of stop and listen or write it down. Which brings me on to journaling, which is how I started writing my book. I was going through a really hard time. I was living with a housemate before I moved into this house. And I sat in this peaceful park near the water, and it was great. It was all by myself on the grass. And then I just took my journal, and I hadn't journaled for like 15 years. I used to do it a lot when I was a kid. And then I heard my guides say, you need to write a book. And I'm like, me? You having a laugh? And I'm like, I don't know how. They're like, just write it in bullet points. Just when you have got an idea, but we need for you to talk about your life and the struggles you've been through so other people can relate. And clapping for me right now saying this, and write it in a way that other people can just understand easily. Like some of the books I've read, sometimes it takes a while to uncover the message that they're trying to get to you, right? So the book I just released, I want to cram as much information in a paragraph, but word it in an easy way so it filters into your being, and you can move on to the kind of next level of your life. You can clear your energy, you can shift, you can, I just wanted it like bam, 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 which is what most people want, right? And getting it out on Amazon, got it out there as soon as possible. So, my guides are kind of like, just write it simply, just do the bullet points and just go with it and write what comes to you. But we need you to interpret it in a way that people can understand. Ask much. But, it was an amazing experience. And that's what I did. I'm like, I don't know how to write a book. But I just followed that guidance and I just did it right. And that, it was bullet points. And then it ended up being, we want you to write. So then I started writing on Instagram about a year and a half ago. And I look back now and they weren't very good. But the thing is, like, to start somewhere, right? How are you supposed to get good unless you practice? And I just reposted today one of my old posts and I added to it. And it was like, at the time, I remember looking at them going, oh, wow, this is really good. And now I'm just like, oh, yeah, I could further develop that. Whatever. We're our harshest critic, right? But the point is that you got to start somewhere. So I started from bullet points to trying a post, and now I blog on my website, and I expand posts, and I try to explain, I channel the energy, and I try to explain it in the way that people can hopefully understand really quickly. And that's my intention anyway. So start somewhere if you're getting some guidance. Journaling, writing your thoughts, you'll be surprised how easily stuff actually comes out. You just got to get past that barrier of yourself, of the ego telling you, I don't know how to do that. That's what stops us from doing everything, right? That fear of failure. But the thing is, we're going to fail if we don't try, if we don't do anything anyway. So we're just kind of setting ourselves up and sabotaging our own lives, and it's better to start now. Like, if I didn't start back then, it wouldn't have led on to all these other things that I do. And the same goes for you. So you just need to stop and listen to your guidance and see what comes up for you. Obviously reading books, that helped me. I was just addicted. Oh my God. And cards, like literal lifesaver. I've never, I felt really alone, but addicted to cards. I must have about 90 decks now. I always would buy them and receive them in the mail at the right time, because the card had a message for me that I needed in that moment. So if you ever feel lonely and isolated on your journey like I do, seriously buy cards. Go to Book Depository, free postage or whatever. and they're the really good price, and buy the cards you're drawn to. Also, like all of my videos, I show the cards or whatever. So there's multiple options of card decks that you need. And in my pick a card readings, I show the card decks. So cards, my lifesaver. Books, writing, lifesavers. Trying to find spiritual people, calling your soul people into you, like that helps ease the suffering if you've got that support there. Find a mentor. You're watching YouTube videos, great. Watch more YouTube videos. Also, yeah, the biggest shift, and I know Louise Hay has said this previously, she said we must combine diet, how we eat, like the more raw foods and whole foods, to lift our vibe. Also, to heal ourselves, we need to see a psychologist, and I'm blanking on the last thing. Oh, I can't even pause this video to think about it. So food, psychologist, and oh my God. No, blank. Obviously, I'm not meant to say it right now. It'll probably come to me. Foul, Michelle. But I went to a spiritual psychologist, and he, like, mind blown. And I tried to fight it at first because it was so different to, you know, how we're being taught. Like the old psychology, which I went to one the other day and was not good, you know, where they just do the empathetic listening. And the thing is, being an empath, I can tell it's fake. Like they don't care. Whereas, you know, if you contact a reader, if you're watching their YouTube videos, you feel the empathy is real, right? There's a difference, but also they're channeling knowledge. You know, they've been healers for lifetimes, and you too, right? So like we've got all that access to knowledge within us, as well as we can channel it. You know, and hands down, readings, other readers, I mean, YouTube artists that I've listened to, better advice than any counsellor can get. However, spiritual counsellor, if you can track one down, that's different because that's both. So they can break down the aspects of psychology that actually works, and incorporate it with spirituality, because it's all, at the end of the day, physics, psychology, spirituality, they all kind of go into each other. It's all the same thing, same, different, but the same, you know, just like we're all one. And it's fantastic. And that helped me shift a lot of my pain, understand a lot of my trauma. And, you know, it brought me here today, and I had to start with that. For me, I started with that. And then the spirituality side opened up for me. And then need to work better on the whole foods. Getting there slowly. I'm more conscious of it now. So definitely those things will help you lift your vibe. So I just wanted to see if we've got some messages about what we're going through at the moment. And I've got here, Angel of Emergence. It's time for the real you to emerge. So if you kind of feel like you're stuck a bit at the moment, going through a hard time, having a dark night of the soul, that's because the real you wants to come out. The real you that's buried underneath all the layers of your experiences that aren't you anyway, but unfortunately it affects your life. When we're going through a hard time, that's because we're trying to have a breakthrough. And you can't have a massive breakthrough until you have a breakdown, unfortunately. I'm not talking about, you know, not able to get up and eat. Maybe you're not. But the thing is, don't always try to fight to be mentally healthy, because there's something that you're missing. Make sure you've got support though. A lot of people we can go through periods of depression. You need to uncover and unveil why you're feeling that way. And personally, I don't think anyone should cover it up with medication. I think imbalances because we can't deal with things that have happened to us and our trauma, and you need the right people there to help you unveil and uncover that. If you feel you need medication, do so, but this is just my opinion, and from what I've seen, it's just like illness. You know, if we've got mental trauma still stuck inside, we can get sick, right? It's like our body can only take so much. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm just, you know, you've got some different knowledge. If it doesn't resonate, that's fine. Just a different perspective. to help you shift from feeling like you're stuck and like perhaps you're a victim. And we've all been there. You know, I felt like I was a victim 2 days ago. You know, it's natural. Just remember it's okay to not be okay, but just remember to ask for help and to process the emotions with help of others that are capable to help you. This came up in another reading today, Angel of New Life. See, when you're having a breakdown, you've got to kind of get to the bottom of what's happening, and that's the only way you can get better, to release that once and for all. And then you create a whole new life for yourself, a whole new energy. An exciting chapter in your life is about to unfold, and it will, you know, if you kind of work through your healing process. And here we go. I was going to say get help, but I've already said that 1,000 times. However, angel of support. The universe has heard your silent call for help. That's nice. And just remember that your angels and your guides and your higher self want to help you. So tap into that and ask, please help me. What do I do about this? Just ask the questions, you know, you probably would to someone else. Help me, what do I do? Excuse me, I just had lunch. Angel of vision. Someone is not revealing a part of the story. Trust your feelings over what others say. You are a master bullshit detector. As a light worker, you've got that skill. You know, you've got empathy and you've got an inbuilt bullshit detector. You can tell when someone's lying to you. It's weird because they lie to themselves so they don't see it, right? But you know, whatever you feel, whatever this feeling is, if someone feels too good to be true, it probably is. Use your intuition and your gut feelings for things whenever you're questioning if something's right for you or if someone's right for you. We've got Angel of Soul Love. Time to look at how you value yourself, issues of self-love. This is definitely something that people in general, but light workers, struggle with. You know, your angels want to comfort you. It's just, it is a real hard time at the moment. But you need to kind of do little things that show that you love yourself. You know, little things that you enjoy, or even sometimes when you just don't feel like it, do your washing, like do those little things to make you feel better. Take time to rest, take time to breathe, take time to go for a walk in nature. Like do those things that are healthy for you. Try not to eat, you know, it's okay to eat junk food for a while, but just try to look after your body because it's going to support your emotional capacity as well. You know, have a lovely shower with aromatherapy or something that smells good. Buy a nice body butter. Guys, what do guys do to make themselves feel good? I don't know. Not this lifetime anyway. But, you know, focus on what you like doing. Taking your dogs for a walk or something. But, you know, do something soulful. Get a pet. And then we've got Angel of Diet and Nutrition. Pay attention to what you eat and drink. You intuitively know what's good for you. Yeah, don't we just? Ooh. I already said it before, so I don't need to say it again. Angel of Manifestation. Your efforts, determination, and perseverance have paid off. Similar message to I just did a weekly energy reading video. The more work you do on yourself, the more you clear your layers and your past life experiences and traumas from this life, the more we can manifest because we're lighter and we're raising our vibration. So we're, you know, traveling into that ethereal, whatever, space, you know, we can manifest so much easier. Almost like genie blinking, bong. And also, I think eating healthier foods helps with that as well, raw foods. Let's just get a couple more cards and see what messages we have for ourselves. We're kind of at breaking point at the moment. Wakey, wakey. I'm hearing make or break. You got to break before you make, okay? She can bake. I know, and it sucks. That's the only way to do it. I'm going through it. Been going through it for the last few weeks. But unfortunately, the old ways of doing things, they don't apply. The more we're raising vibration and getting into the 5D space, it doesn't work how it does in 3D. So we've only got our past experiences, and we try to do things the way, you know, that we used to, and it's not working. And I think this is the standout, right? And then we're crumbling because we're like, well, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying to do things the old way, you know, the way I've always done them. And it can't get you out of that space. It can't shift your energy because it's the old, dense, stagnant energy. It doesn't work. You know, we're in between 4 and 5D now. It doesn't work there, and that's why it's crumbling. And the further you're raising into the 5D, the more things will probably start falling apart. So first message we've got is reach for your dreams. And this is what's going to help you shift your vibration. So say for me, like worrying about finances and stuff like that. As hard as it is, they keep telling me, do things you love. Go dancing, make these videos, you know, on a day that I'm feeling good. Clean your house. I've been selling my things on the weekend that I don't need anymore to make money for, you know, food and petrol, you know, and it's hard. Like, I feel like a student again, except I've got a mortgage that I can't pay for. Like, it's so hard. Like, the money really gets in my way, and you might have something else. It could be an illness or something that gets in your way. But the thing is, we shift our energy when we do the things that we love. You know, tonight I'm going dancing, and, you know, I'm going to have fun. Like, I love dancing. I love singing, so I sing around the house. It's like just, you know, and take little action in between that, right? Because you're in a high vibration when you're having fun and doing videos, and I get good messages, right? This is when you get the insight, is when you're like, I'm having fun and I'm doing whatever I want. You know, stuff like that. When you're looking after yourself as much as you can, even though you're feeling down, when you're doing your washing, when you're cleaning your house, you know, you're vibing a lot higher. Therefore, you're able to get messages from your spirit team, from your higher self. And that's the way it works. Kaboom. That's the easiest way. And I wish I knew this last week or the other week when I was falling apart. So it's just come through now, right? So I'm trying to help other people, but I'm helping myself as well. That's the only way we can do it. It doesn't work the same anymore. So it says here, I'm the creator of my own dreams and I achieve them with confidence. And this is how we achieve our dreams, reaching for it. Keeping a vibe high. Archangel Raphael. I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into my life. I'm pretty sure all lightworkers are healers as well. Let's see, this one's upside down. Throat chakra. I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. Yes, even if you don't want to hear it. I think I wrote a post on that the other day. You need to speak your truth in a loving way. Communicate yourself. If they don't listen, especially then, you need to speak up. It's not about whether someone hears you or if someone understands you. You need to practice speaking your truth, because that's going to shift. Like, we've spent lifetimes, and even this lifetime, not being able to talk, not being accepted. We need to break all those barriers down and be like, screw, I'm saying what I want to say. I'm saying it now. You know? You need to speak up. That is healing, speaking up. And you can do it through writing or through friends or whatever. Through a counselor, through a mentor, through a spiritual coach such as myself. Speak, 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 speak. Just say, I just need you to listen to me. I don't need you to comment. Please just listen to me. I just need to get this off my chest. Just talk. Talk your truth, the real you. And then when you do, oh, I love these messages today. Wheel of life, which is the wheel of fortune. Cycles will end, new cycles will begin. Things will turn in the better for you, you know. I'm guided by the cycles of life and I live in complete harmony with them. This is kind of another lesson that we're learning at the moment, was learning how to balance the chaotic energy. It's not easy, is it? But it's like another lesson that we need to learn. Okay. I'm in oracle cards next. other messages that we need to hear? Pep. Using your discernment. You know how to use a discernment. You know how to speak your truth. We're all in a lot of fear at the moment. I still want some more messages, please. There's ideas coming to you, but fear's getting in the way. Oop. Through using your discernment, you're going to have a realization. A big one. I mean, I think we're having a lot now over and over and over and over again. It just seems to be one after the other after the other. And we've got self-love again. So, the key to your realization is using self-love and discernment. And your discernment for things, everything in your life. What's right, what's wrong for you. Doesn't matter what someone else thinks it is. If someone gives you advice, that's awesome. But it needs to be the right advice for you, the one that resonates for you. Even if what I'm saying doesn't resonate for you, then don't do it. You know? But if you feel deep within you that makes sense, that sits right, that feels right, you know that. Like, you know how to. If you feel like you don't, it's because you're a bit rusty. It's just like, you know, if you listen to a lot of YouTube readings, you're like, do I like this person? Do I not like this person? You know, there's people that you gravitate towards or you click with instantly, like, yeah, I love them. You've got your discernment. You know how to use it. Healer. You're a healer. So you just need to open up your hands and receive some, you know, healers need healing too. It's sometimes so much easier to help heal others than it is to heal ourselves. That's sad, but it's true. You know, everyone needs help. So you just need to hold out your hand and ask for it. I knew this card was going to come out. Well, it should, shouldn't it? Spiritual suffering is what we're going through. And we've got it contained. Let it out. Open that lid. Rip that band-aid off. Let it out. Ask for help. Do all those things I said before. Oh yeah, this one first. Because that's like the elixir. That's the magical. Come on. That's the magical medicine that's going to help you. Doing things that make you feel better. Working through your stuff. Please don't compare yourself to anyone else on your journey. Or our journeys are same but different. So different. You know, just like they're different colours. We can have certain traits like empathy and compassion and, you know, similar experiences, but everyone's journey is just so different. Just please don't compare yourself. Heart chakra. There's a lot of heart healing going on. Just a lot of self-love will help with that, and a lot of baby steps and lots of rest. Slow it down. Slow it down. Hitch a ride on someone else for a change. Someone help me, like, you know, and I've been the same lately. I'm like, I need help. The healer needs help. You know, it's okay to ask for help. You don't have to do everything yourself. It's impossible, you know. And sometimes we're great at giving advice, and sometimes when we're in the thick of it all, you know, yeah, when you're in the thick of it all, you can't help yourself. You need someone else to see what's happening for you, someone that knows you, that can help you get out of it, right? Give you a little bit of direction. And I think we just need to actually just don't resist it. What's happening? You're sailing away from your old life, and the waters are super freaking choppy. And the more we fight this energy, the longer this journey is going to take. The best advice I can give you is just do something different and go with that flow. Ooh. Heart. You're a beautiful person. You've got such a big heart. Yeah, but these little berries. Bear. Come on, focus. No. You bear. You're like a big bear. The beautiful heart. Ah. Beautiful. Soul knowing. You know where home is. Home is here where you are right now, but home is also in the ether, and you have access to it anytime you want. Now. You have access to it now. You know what you need to do now? You know what's good for you. Stand in your power and do what's best for you. Thank you for watching.